President Obama has been sworn into office in Washington, officially kicking off his second term in the White House. At the inauguration, attended by hundreds of thousands, Obama vowed to promote peace by supporting democracy around the world. RT's Gani Chichakan explains what that could mean for those beyond America's borders.
In his inaugural speech, President Obama sort of responded to those who've been wondering whether the U.S. will continue on the track of interventions. Here's what he said.
We will renew those institutions that extend our capacity to manage crisis abroad. For no one has a greater stake in a peaceful world than its most powerful nation. We will support democracy from Asia to Africa, from the Americas to the Middle East, because our interests and our conscience compel us to act on behalf of those who long for freedom.
So from Asia to Africa, from the Americas to the Middle East, that pretty much covers the whole world. So we could potentially see interventions by the United States pretty much anywhere. And one wonders how different it is from George W. Bush's speeches about advancing freedom and democracy in the world, which the U.S. has been doing mainly with bombs. But President Obama's remarks do not come as a surprise to those who've been following his policies in the last 4 years, which included the U.S. engaging in undeclared wars through its targeted assassinations program in different countries, and the U.S. making a so-called pivot to Asia, expanding its military presence in Asia-Pacific to counter the rising influence of China. It's very interesting. I've been listening to debates, all kinds of panels in national media here about the future of U.S. foreign policies, about what the president should be or will be doing. And there is a general sense that of course the U.S. will be intervening wherever it can. That's the idea that's being perpetuated. It's not even a matter of debate, really. President Obama signs off on a kill list every week and sets up new drone bases overseas, and somehow his foreign policies are not perceived as aggressive and do not steer a debate here at home. There's also this funny argument that you hear every now and then that President Obama is not half as aggressive as George W. Bush would have been or Mitt Romney would have been. And it seems there is a notion that as long as there are no U.S. boots on the ground, as long as wars are fought either with a remote control or through proxies, it's a success. And it's not perceived as aggressive. Again, President Obama's hit-and-run style Libya intervention was touted as a success. Then the U.S. ambassador died, and it became more difficult to brag about Libya and ignore the mess that Libya turned into. So it very much seems like it's not about the president's actions, it's about perceptions. President Obama talks beautifully and smiles beautifully. How could he be aggressive? So perceptions are the reality of politics here.